pretty much?
Well, because of the war, everybody was starting to think of migrating because Lebanon had a history of wars, like a war break off for a few years, they settled, and later on the war starts again, and people would rebuild their homes, go back to their normal life, then a few years later the war breaks again, and then they go back from the beginning. So that's why a lot of people in Lebanon thought of migrating and looking for a different country, somewhere with a better future for the kids, for the whole family, and that's why we thought, we'll just try and migrate and escape the war and the situation.
Can you explain the cutoff of the war, like when they had a break, then the war started again? What were the reasons for the war to restart at such a sudden point?
Well, there was a lot of reasons. Initially, it was the problems between the Lebanese and the Palestinians, and then later on, it was a problem between the Israeli and the Lebanese military. Israeli invaded Lebanon and South Lebanon in the early 80s. There was different wars and different reasons, but every few years a war would break up again and start again. That's why people thought seriously, a lot of people thought of migrating. And it wasn't easy to migrate, like we had to go to another country because the airport was closed because of the war, so we had to go to another closed country to Lebanon and then do the paperwork and fly from there to Australia.
So how did you feel coming to Australia, and why did you pick Australia to be your primary country?
Well, we picked Australia because a lot of people migrated before us. They said that Australia is a good country, and people would normally migrate either to Australia or Canada or America. It was one of those three countries, but we heard a lot that Australia is a good country and there's good future if you migrate to Australia, so we thought we consider Australia, so we just had to...
So it was much better coming to another country?
Oh yeah, it was better than staying in Lebanon. At least we escaped the war.
So what was the hardest job in settling in a new country?
Well, it's hard settling in a new country because it's a different language. You've got to learn a different language. It's a different customs, different attitude, different atmosphere. You have to adapt yourself to all those new things. Finding a job is not easy when you migrate from your country to another country. It's just hard to settle. You just have to get used to it.
Would you like to go back to Lebanon and live there? Why or why not?
I'd like to go back to Lebanon for a holiday, but not to live there now that we've settled in Australia and we've been here for quite some time. We got used to Australia and to living here. It's easier for us living here, and it's better, and there's better future here than in Lebanon. So if I'll go back, it will be for a holiday, but not to live there.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.